Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Scrap and Roll MMA podcast. I'm your host, Sky. It's your host, CJ, and Jace back in the building. Your boy Damien is out on vacation. You know, he had a fight last week. I guess he out there living his best light-skinned life.
Shout out to Drake.
Oh, hell. Yeah, so, but we are back. Like we said, we would be coming off of UFC 301. Let's hop right into it. Let's talk about our thoughts and feelings about 301. How would y'all rate the card?
I'll go first. After a lot of careful thoughts and consideration, I will give it an upgrade from my anticipation and put it at a 4.8.
Okay.
Okay. Negative Nancy number 2. Sky, what you got?
I'm gonna give it a 6.9.
6 point. You a nasty girl. You little mother.
Listen, I did that on purpose because of the Kendrick song.
Oh man. I respect it. I'm gonna give it a 7.8.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Bro, do you watch to enjoy the fights or you just watch to criticize?
A little bit of both.
A 2 point something before. Okay, let's run down the main card, right? Pantoja Ursay.
Wait. Before we get there. Before we get there. There was some good fights on the undercard, right?
Yeah.
There were some good fights that took place.
The first fight.
Yeah.
PKO.
Now let me ask you guys something real quick before we start going over the card. Back in the day, we talked about what do we feel was the best crowd, and like we had Brazil up there.
Bruh.
How are you guys feeling about the Brazil card now?
I mean, can we just start this by saying can we just start this by saying it's limp dick on prom night? Like what the fuck happened? What happened? What happened, Brazil? You used to be the king. You used to be that dude. And now all of a sudden you're like Ja Rule, doing security at Mall of America. What the fuck is going on now?
Hey, it might be ticket prices. It might be the car start too late. People gotta go to work the next day. I don't know. But I will tell you this. I know a lot of our fans probably don't watch WWE. They had a pay-per-view event this week. And I will implore you guys, if you guys want to see a crowd turn up, go watch that event. That's probably been the best crowd I've ever fucking seen. They were in France and they had probably about 12,000 people in there, and it was rocking in that crowd. And then I watched, this card, and the card was just dead. The seats were empty. Pantoja is like, "Hey man, y'all don't leave me. I'm still here. The champ's still here, man. Show me love." But yeah, they kind of, I don't know what it is over there, man. Money's tight around everywhere.
Listen, no. Listen, I get that money's tight for you po people, but you're already there. You already got your fucking ticket. You know what I mean? Like you already in the bitch. It's time to show up. It's time to turn up. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, typically when it's out of the country like that, especially in Brazil, somewhere like that, we see people there. The first fight is typically halfway full at least. It was empty like a Vegas card. I was like, what is going on? And like as it progressed, and this is just like another big, this is what, I'm always on this. I know a lot of y'all hate the Apex. No more Apex card, blah, blah. I always say if I'm at home watching it, it is what it is. Like, and now y'all see, like, even with that, like, what was the difference between that and the Apex card? There wasn't nothing popping except for when the King of Rio walked out, but we're gonna get there. There were some good fights that had taken place. I think what was this? Jack Shore versus Brito. Who paid off the fucking doctor to stop that fight? Who paid off that doctor?
CJ, I know you've been watching MMA almost as long as me. Have you ever seen a fight stopped?
No, I was on live. Like I said, I've never ever seen that. But they said he broke his leg or something in there.
No. Jack Shore and his dad came out and was like, "There's nothing wrong. It's not fractured. Literally, okay. I don't know why that doctor went inside their finger in his hole."
Hey, yo. Whoa.
Did he not?
Yeah, that's the thing I was tripping. I was like, as long as I've been watching, I've seen some crazy stoppages before. I've never seen something like that happen before.
Ever.
Ever, ever, ever.
And then I
And,
was thinking, kind of like you, like, yeah, did someone finger his? I mean, was it broke? You know what I mean? Or because the commentary team was kind of, oh, like maybe they can see the bone and it's about to break or whatever bullshit
Yeah.
that they were saying on the commentary.
Yeah.
yeah, it was absolutely just. I didn't understand why that stopped. Jack Shore wasn't compromised to the point to where it was like, hey, he's gonna hurt himself. You know, he was still capable. He was still moving.
Yeah, he was still moving.
He was doing his thing. Like I didn't understand that stoppage. As far as the undercard, like what was your favorite card that was on like the early prelims
Wait,
and
on a
prelims?
quick side note,
Mhm.
low key, I'm happy they stopped it because what can I say? I bet Shore to lose, so it
Oh,
kind
did
of
you?
helped my parlay out. I think for me it was the Buffon.
Bonfim.
Bonfim.
Ishmael Bonfim, that was a good fight. He whooped on Vince Pichel.
Yeah, but
Uh,
hey, Vince was there the whole time.
hmm
Chop.
uh, the Mauricio Rufy fight,
Mm-hmm.
that was a good one too. He's gonna be an up and comer to watch out for.
Y'all say up and comers, it just makes me think of porn in the early days.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
he
was the
nasty.
titles of it, up and comers, 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
Yeah,
Jenna Jameson got her start. Shout out to Tito.
that's crazy that you know that off the top of your head. Like that,
Don't judge me.
that's a freaky boy.
Don't
That's crazy.
don't judge me.
Um, yeah, I thought that it was good, and then as far as the main card was actually good. Not gonna lie, the main card was solid. The main card did what it was supposed to do. Kyle got it done against Paul Craig.
Oh,
Once again,
Greg.
like Paul has to stop. Like I know you want to play the jiu-jitsu game, but you're in MMA, my guy. Like, come on.
Just go to grappling competitions or combat jujitsu at this
And
point.
he would do well in combat jiu-jitsu. Like he's had time to develop his game. He's dropping down to middleweight. You know what I mean? Like I just can't understand why we're not seeing an improvement in the stand-up. And I would go as far as to say that from my vantage point, it seems like it would be easier to get better at your stand-up than it would for like a striker to get better at their jiu-jitsu or wrestling. You know what I mean? At least with MMA striking. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand why he's not necessarily progressing there.
Yeah, that's his problem too. Is you can notice when he starts getting hit, he doesn't have no defensive guard. He just gets shook and turns his head away. He
Oh
gets hella
God,
scared.
please
Yeah.
no,
Oh, he's
stop
like,
it.
oh my god, he's punching me. And another thing, like you said, Sky, he doesn't have any wrestling. He doesn't have grappling where he can control the other guy and get him down to where he needs him to go. So now he's just pulling guard and he's defensive and he just gets beat up. So he got to figure something out or get going. And I don't know why Jay switched his pick up to that fool.
Just to be different. Wasn't
You
any real
picked him?
reason. At
Yeah,
the
he
end,
did.
just for
You
shits and
did because
giggles.
you didn't want to go along with all of us.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was the only reason why. I didn't feel like he was going to win the fight, but
Gotcha.
it's okay. I also take it. It's still my loss. Whatever it is, what it was.
Your boy Ihor got dropped. Want to see a dead body? Like that
Oh
was
shit!
nasty. I'm adding that to the tracker for submission of the year because, like we talk about with a knockout, how the body falls, all that shit matters. Like the way he fell, like he came out of it, fell and like falling, hitting his head on the canvas, woken back up. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
That's
Your boy
crazy.
Michel doing the backflip, landing yet again. Y'all think that knee was illegal, or you think it was like a gray line? Like, what do y'all think about that knee when he did the backflip?
I don't give a fuck. Michel
That's where I'm
Pereira
at.
is
That's
a
where I'm at.
wild fucking boy, and I'm here for it. Yes,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
Let it fly.
Let it fly.
If it applies, let it fly, man. He's fun. He's always fun. He's
What
gonna
movie is
come in
that
there do
from?
some wild shit. If it applies,
Signs.
let it fly.
No, I'm just thinking of like, no, that's Swing Away. Signs.
Yeah, but he's always exciting. I'm glad he found a home at 185. He's turned up right now, so He should get a good fight coming up soon. Shit, he could fight Kyle coming up in the rankings. Like
That would be
he got,
fun.
yeah, that'll be a fun ass fight coming up.
I don't know if anyone.
Is he ranked yet?
I'm about to pull it up right. Pause. Um, let me see. They have him current. Yeah, they just ranked him at number 13. They got Kyle at number 2. Why the fuck is Jackson Hermanson number 9? When is the last time Jack fought?
No,
Didn't
he
he fought
just
not too? He just fought.
yeah, he beat Joe Pyfer, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I
Yeah.
don't even think I watched that fight. I think that was the one card that I did not watch just recently.
Yeah.
Well,
That was that
UFC is
old
trying to
crafty veteran.
do their best on paper to make us not watch henceforth this upcoming fight night. It's like on paper, do I want to watch this? No.
Right.
Nah, y'all be tripping. Y'all be tripping.
Hey, right now though, I will say this: Michel Pereira is fucking must see TV.
Yeah,
He's
he's
must
always
see
fun.
TV.
He's always fun. Shout out to him. And he was whooping him on the feet too before he slumped him. So
Slump that nigga.
Yeah. Good
Sack of
shit.
potato.
Y'all boy Anthony Smith got it done.
No, that's yo boy. Nah, hell
Yeah,
nah.
boy. I was happy. Listen, I was happy that Anthony. I granted when we made our picks, I picked against him, but I was happy that he got it done because I don't know why people hate him so much. I don't know why y'all hate him so much, and
It's his daddy. Who's his daddy?
Battier.
I feel like who's your daddy, Battier? Who's your daddy, Battier? He's like Drake. Like, who's your daddy, dude? What race is Anthony Smith? Real
That's
shit.
a black man.
Bullshit.
That's a
That
black
nigga
man.
is an org. That's what race he is.
Oh my god. Him and Dana is
org.
cousins.
No cap.
Middle Earth.
Like what race is Anthony Smith?
That's a black man.
Yeah, he black. I seen his kids, and his kids got like long curly hair, and
That's a
I don't
black
know
man.
I don't know how much percent he got, but he got some number there.
He got some nigga inside of him.
Pause.
Yo.
You know, he went inside there, made light work, got it done quickly.
Yeah, Vitor
And,
fucked up.
Whoa.
He was beating him on the feet.
Real fast. What do we think about him and Alex Pereira and the challenge?
no need to see that.
Sorry, for y'all who don't know.
Okay.
For y'all who don't know, Alex Pereira has made an open bet for starting off his back that Anthony Smith cannot hold him down or choke him out or something like that. Anthony Smith was like, I'll choke this motherfucker unconscious. So I'm like, all right, well, put up or shut up.
Yeah.
Do y'all want to see it?
Yeah, sure, why not? They can do it at the UFC Fight Pass Invitational number, whatever fucking number they on. They can throw it on there. Right before the one that's coming up during International Fight Week. Why not?
So can we admit that, like, low-key, we all just even a little bit enjoy the freak show, the carnival show?
Of Alex?
No, well, Alex is that dude. He is the most dominating force in MMA right now. Come on, stop playing.
Here we go with dominating. That's the same thing you said about your girl Erin Blanchfield. What happened to her?
She took a loss. She's not impervious.
She got dominated. She got dominated.
She's not impervious to defeat. It's okay.
50-45.
This is MMA. It's okay to lose.
Oh,
now it's okay.
Oh, it's okay to lose. Remember that. Let's give it up for the Jose Aldo. You know, arguably the featherweight king. You know, depending on who you got up. GOAT, yes. Depending on who you got up there. Jose Aldo looked great.
Yeah.
He looked fast, and I'm not sure if because he took that time off to focus on boxing, his hands look crazy in there. Against Jonathan, who is younger than him. You know, should have been faster than him. Like, Jose looked phenomenal.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that fight. Yep. I really enjoyed that fight, man. Aldo looked crisp. He looked clean. His boxing was A1, like you were saying. Martinez, I like Martinez. He's a young dog, but he looked like he was just stuck in the mud. He looked like he was fighting. He looked across and see Aldo, the king of Rio, in his hometown, and Aldo showed out. I really, really enjoyed that fight for him because he looked like he wasn't washed. And I know his last fight versus Merab, that was like one of them frustrating ass fights where you just can't do nothing. So I was kind of happy that he was gonna fight Jonathan Martinez, no matter if he won or lost. He know he was gonna be in a good ass fight that we like to see. We like to see a scrap, and he came and brought it, man. Shots to the body was going crazy. He stumbled him in the third round, and he fucking gave him mercy and took him down. I was like,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was shocked.
he definitely gave him a pass.
yeah, he gave him a
100%
pass
gave him a pass. That
because
was
he
So
was
they
stinky
crazy.
legging.
It was. I thought he was gonna pull a Volkanovski, like when Volk hurt Yair and then picked him up, body slammed him, and
Dipped him,
big
yeah.
dogged him. I was like, oh shit. They currently have Jose Aldo ranked number 8. Ahead of
Right
him
now.
is Song Yadong, Davison Figueirdo. That'd be a good
That's
fight.
fun. That's fun.
Henry Cejudo, Marlon Cheeto. Okay, anyways. Peter Yan, Corey Sandhagen, Marab, and obviously the champ. Who would y'all like to see, Jose, if he stays in the UFC? That was his last fight on the contract. He could leave and go do whatever he wants. In the octagon, he said he wanted to stay. You know, who knows? What would y'all like to see? Who would y'all like to see him fight next?
I don't want to see him fight Figgy. Y'all know I'm a Figgy lover. 100%. He's that dude. I would love to see him bang it out against Song Yadong. Like, how fun of a fight that would be. Let's bang, bro. Let's bang.
What's the implication of that?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't think that puts him in a. At the end of the day, Jose is going for a title. Like
Is he
him
though?
fighting. Yeah, that's what he said in there. And he was on what, like a 4-fight winning streak before he lost to Merab. And we, at that time when he fought Merab, we felt like he should have fought for the title first. At that time instead of fighting Merab, but then obviously, that didn't happen. But he wants to go for the title. Like, he's 37. He's a former champion. He's a GOAT. Like, there's no reason for him to be fighting Song Yadong, in my opinion, just to fight. I want to see his next fight. It needs, in my opinion, it needs to help that argument of getting as close to a championship fight as possible.
Fine. Just let him fight Sean then. Get it over
I'm with
with.
it. Hey, I'm with it.
I'm with you.
Hey, I'm with it.
If it works for Dustin, it can work for
Hey,
Jose.
fuck it. I'm with it. Hey, I'm either give him Figgy, let him fight Figgy, because I think that'll be a dope ass fight. Hey, or give him Sugar.
Yeah.
Or give him Sugar. Why not?
I think
Because he either loses, in Sugar Styles, or Aldo goes in there, looks like the old Aldo, and just breaks him down piece by piece by piece, and he ends up winning. It's whatever with me. I'm cool with it. Either or.
So real fast, CJ, let me touch on what you just said. Is there an old Aldo? Like,
No, he's always. Yeah, I think there is an old Aldo. Right. I think there's two styles of Aldo. Back in the day, he was more kickboxing heavy, and I feel like he's more boxer heavy now
that's
because
fair.
he has been having boxing matches, but I still think he has the old Aldo in him. Right, he has great takedown defense. He doesn't kick as much as he used to kick, but the hands is still crisp. We just seen it last Saturday, like so. He's not. But the thing where you say, has there been an old Aldo? I don't think there's ever been like a super washed Aldo. He's always been good, even in certain losses that he had. He's still been a
Yeah.
good fighter.
Agreed.
Even against Merab. Merab, after we seen what
Yeah,
Merab did to Peter Yan, and we've seen his relentless cardio and his ability to take everybody down. The fact that Jose Aldo, he got none off
yeah,
on Jose inside of Salt Lake City. Like, he didn't look bad in that fight. He was just literally held up against the cage. That was the whole fight.
frustration.
Him up against the cage.
Yeah,
I would like to see I would like to see him against Figgy. I would like to see
yeah.
him against Figgy because Figgy's on a 2-fight winning streak within that division. If he beats Figgy, a former champion, they would more than likely. But the problem is that it depends on what happens with Sean and Merab, right? Because if Merab
hmm
becomes the champion, as I'm suspecting, over Sean, I don't know if they want to run Merab versus Aldo again after seeing that. So, there's a lot of moving parts. If he had to fight a former champion, we have
What about
Figgy and we
Henry?
have Dominic Cruz. I thought about Henry, but we know Henry's going to try to wrestle. Like, do we really want to go back into a fucking him defending takedowns 100 times?
But that's the thing, though. Henry really doesn't wrestle as much as people think he does.
When
He goes
Henry,
in, he goes in fights like a kickboxer more than a wrestling.
with that chin up in the air, right? But when Jose pops that dude, let's wrestle. Let's wrestle.
Go to your roots. Go to your roots.
Yeah, but I think Olympic wrestling and MMA wrestling is a whole different thing. That's why
100%.
that's why Triple C wasn't able to do things to Marab and Aldo that people think he's gonna do. It's a different sport, so I think that might be okay. Man, here we get in there, he gets to scrapping. He wants to kickbox and kick and leg kick and throw punches.
Now
But
let
I
me
think
ask you.
that'll be an interesting fight.
It would. So we got 3 former champions. We got Henry Cejudo, Figgy, and Dominic Cruz. Who would you, out of those 3, if we had to pick, who would you want to see Jose Aldo fight?
The most
If
me
rankings don't matter, if we just want to
Figgy,
see
the
like,
most Figgy. Like today,
yeah,
Figgy. Maybe like 4 years ago, I would have said Dom, but Dom don't even need to be in the rankings anymore.
What?
You know, not,
That's wild.
I
Don't be
love Dominic
don't be
Cruz. I
disrespecting
love
Dom.
Dom,
San
brother. I
Diego.
feel like you can get a feel of an aura of somebody who is not gonna fight no time soon. And there's no hate to Dom. I love Dominic Cruz, bro, but it just feels like he's not gonna fight anybody. His last fight was in 2022
Nah,
against Cheeto.
I was just
I
I
thought it
about
was
to
was
at
last
ask.
year. I thought it was
I
last
was
year.
at the fights. Me and Sky
Yeah.
were at the fights.
I thought it was
He
last
got
year.
knocked out by Cheeto.
He did. I mean, it sucks he got caught because he was beating the shit out of Cheeto before that.
That's what I'm
Everybody was
saying
beating
though.
the shit out of Cheeto before
There's
they
no
got knocked out.
implications of him fighting anybody right now. Right? So he's just been in the booth. He's not saying who he wants to fight. There's no like, hey, Dominic Cruz gonna fight this guy, whatever. So like today, I'm like just Dom, wrap it up, bro.
And it's worth noting they wanted Jose Aldo versus
Yeah.
Cruz on this fight. I didn't hear as to why Cruz said no.
hmm Yeah, man, I love Dom. But I
Yeah,
don't think
so
I think it's already gonna be past him.
yeah.
Are you
Well,
sure that you love Doms?
all right. Uh
That's you, fucking black
speak,
nails.
speaking of
I am a Dom. I
Doms,
don't know
there's
what
a
you're talking
really
about.
funny show. There's a really funny show on Netflix called Bonding. It's about like dominatrix, but it's like a comedy. It's hilarious. Check it out if y'all get a chance. Let's move on to the main event. Alexandre Pantoja taking on Steve Erceg. First, let's start off. How did you guys score this fight?
4 rounds to 1 Pantoja.
Okay, I'm about to kick you off. Like you're chatting bullshit right now. Like that's crazy. You're not being serious.
What?
Are you serious?
Yes.
CJ,
That's your brother.
give me your score. How did you score this fight?
Listen. I mean, to be fair, I could have been like Uncle Chell. Uncle Chell gave it 5-0 to Pantoja.
I don't give a damn what
That
you
nigga dumb.
CJ, how did you score the fight?
3-2 for Pantoja, but in a very, very, very close fight. Good fight. I really enjoyed this fight. And then, go ahead, Sky. Do what you was gonna say.
Oh, I was just saying I scored it. I did it 3-2. I seen it for Steve, but I knew they were gonna give it to Pantoja. That third round is the round that's in question. But in my opinion, the rules state damage, duration, and then effective grappling, right? Or whatever it is, right? And I just felt like that elbow that split him the fuck open, that's damage. You know what I mean? Like if we go back to the Jalen Turner versus what's his name? Dan Hooker fight. Dan Hooker almost got taken out twice in that round, yet in that second round, yet when he gets Jalen with 15 seconds left, that's how he won that round. You know what I mean? So like the way that judging it scored is crazy. I don't know what's going on. So I gave Steve 2, 3, and 4. I was not upset about it going to Alex, about them giving it to Alex, but in no world does Alex win 4 rounds to 1.
So why am I set on fire for saying 4-1 opposed to 3-2 when it's
Because
a round
4-1
difference?
is because even that round was super close. It could have went to Steve. That's why, like when you just say 4-1, that's crazy. It's crazy.
You are. See, this is a problem with you and other MMA fans. right? You're scoring it on the fight and the overall thing, how you feel about the fight, opposed to the individual round.
I'm always scoring the individual round. Stop it. You think
stop
that Volkanovski won because he was on top at the end of the Islam fight. You stop that. And on that episode, you said we should go back to Pride rules and then if it's a real fight, and you were doing that whole argument. So don't do that.
You don't do that. Try to be on my level.
Don't
do
that.
What's wrong with you MMA kids today?
Don't do that.
Damn children. Trying to score the overall fight. This is not pride. You don't score the overall fight. You score the individual rounds.
Y'all gotta, if it's your first time watching this, y'all gotta go back and watch Jace, just like in other episodes. Like, your man will switch sides. I'm not even gonna do that.
He does in his real life.
You should. You should watch greatness. You should watch greatness.
Oh my god.
Go back, drink me up as much as you can.
Ugh. That's disgusting. That's nasty work.
Listen, hundreds have drunk this in real life. Stop
All
playing
right.
with me. Stop playing with me.
Oh my god. So how do you guys feel about Steve and Alex after this fight?
I guess I'll go first. Alex is just that dude, man. Pantoja is just that dude. He's the best 125er in the world. I don't think there's anyone in the division that can beat him. They're just not on his level. You know what I mean? Like, just the heart, the testicular fortitude that this guy showed after taking that just vicious, elbow and still just walking forward. Just the heart of a champion. Just that dude. I wish other people at 125 had the heart and the balls that he has. And Steve, he did well.
Go ahead, CJ.
See, this motherfucker get on here saying all that bullshit because no matter how we rebuttal, you know what's going to be coming.
Who won?
Who won?
But did he win
though? But did he win though? So he led the fucking courtroom with that one. Hey, look, I don't hate on Pantoja. Bro is tough as hell. He's tough as nails. He's a scrapper. He knows how to win. He knows how to steal rounds. It might not be the most fan favorite thing. Like, I don't mind him. I know you got to win. How you gonna win? But to me, I feel like Steve is that guy too, man. He came in, beat a top 10 dude. He don't say nothing. He gets another fight. He steals that win. He gets Matt Schnell at number 8, I believe he was at the time. Sleeps him. So to me, I like Usyk. I'm a fan of him now because of how he fights, how well he did. He didn't complain. He didn't cry with the scoring. And he went out there and scrapped. He showed hella skills in there. Grappling was good. His transitions were good. When he did get taken down, he didn't stay down forever. His striking was real good. And this, to me, I feel like, how sometimes we always say is like, you lose the fight, but your stock still rises. And for me, that's how I feel about him. And he could win another fight, another 2 fight, and be right back in the mix. I know they have him pretty far down in the rankings at like 9, I believe. But I think he's
down there?
Yeah, I think he's at 9, somewhere around there. I think he's a good fighter. And I think he's gonna be around for a while. I like him. He has a fan in me right now.
Who do y'all want to see Alex fight next? The champ.
I didn't get a chance to talk about how I feel about these people.
Sorry.
I think I said like in the beginning, I am happy that the fan base is finally starting to like see that like Alex Pantoja is just fucking boring.
What?
Fucking boring. I've been saying it. He's a lay and pray artist. He did the same thing to Brandon Royval. When you look at the stats, you look at the ground strikes. Like, he has this control time, and he's not throwing any fucking strikes. He's literally just sitting there playing jiu-jitsu, holding people down. It's fucking boring. I don't want to see him. His own fucking crowd left in the middle of the fight. They fucking left. It was an empty fucking building in the middle of the fight. Then at the end, he's like, please don't leave, guys. Please don't leave. Like, they don't give a fuck about you. This your home country. And we know that other countries get behind their fighters. Us American fans, we're flip-floppy all over the place. But in
I'm
when
not.
have we ever seen that? You know what I mean? I think that I just don't care about Alexandre Pantoja. I don't care who he fights next. Hopefully it's Muhammad Mokaev. If it's not, oh well. Like, I don't care about, and it's unfortunate because so much work was done with Henry Cejudo, Brandon Moreno, Figgy to build that division up to make it exciting. That now I just feel like it's becoming that division before where I was just like, who gives a fuck about 125? Like, that's how I feel. Like, do you guys no, when I say you guys, I mean Jace. Because CJ is pretty much going to respect all the divisions. But Jace, do you give a fuck about 125?
I love Alexander Pantoja.
I didn't ask you that.
She didn't ask you that.
I didn't ask you that.
How they say in court, hey,
Yeah.
answer that question,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
To answer the question specifically, I would say I do now.
Okay.
This is the first time I've cared about it since Figgy was the champ.
Okay. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. Steve Erceg, like CJ said, I feel like his stock went up. Like, he looked good. I think a rematch, he gets Alexander the fuck up out of there. He knows what to do now. He looked really good.
That's such a silly comment to say. That's like with fucking DC and John Jones. You're in DC, so like, I'm gonna beat your ass this time. And it's like, well, why didn't you beat my ass the first time? Like, no.
In my opinion, Steve looked great, and if he doesn't go for the takedown in the 5th, we could be having a different conversation.
I was gonna get to that too. It might have just been an experience thing as well, right? He did get the takedown. It was a great takedown, but it's like, you got to know who you fighting. You know that's where Pantoja excels at. Keep it on the feet.
Yeah.
Keep it on the feet, write it out there, and we know Pantoja starts to gas out in those later rounds, and it's been a tough fight. They've been going back and forth. It's not like Pantoja went in there and just washed him out of there. It was a great fight. So if he doesn't get that takedown, and he secured the takedown, it was a beautiful takedown. Pantoja reverses it. Great scramble as well. But I don't know what time. I didn't go back and watch the fight. I don't know what time that scramble happened. Would it maybe 2 minutes left in the round? Somewhere, something like that. But if he doesn't do that, the fight might go another way. Who knows? But you know, maybe a little bit more time in the UFC match. You know, he doesn't go for that.
Yeah,
you learn from that.
Yeah, and he acknowledged it as soon as they read it off. He goes, one round. Like he knew exactly what it was. He just looked good, and
that's hold on, Scott. That's another thing about Pantoja is that, right? He's a champion, but all his fights that he's been winning been coming with, I don't want to say controversy, but it's been coming like he's been kind of squeaking through with these fights. He's not like a dominant champion.
Yeah.
In the words of the great poet and philosopher Dominic Toretto, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. A win is a win.
Hey, remember when I told him that like a couple pods ago?
No.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it is what it is. I don't care who Alex fights next. I couldn't care less.
I don't know if anyone really wants to fight him. They just know what's going to happen to him.
Not much.
I don't even think the UFC cares who he fights next. It definitely won't be headlining shit. They will put a female fight card as the headliner before they put Alex as the headliner.
Playing.
Facts.
Raquel Pennington is going to go ahead of him.
Yeah. Yes. Facts. They putting Rocky versus Juliana before your boy.
Sounds good. Just not the reality of the situation.
That's nasty.
Hey, I'm just saying. If we're going to lay and pray, I mean, we know what Rocky coming to do.
Lay and pray.
Let's take a look at this weekend's card really fast.
Hey, this is MMA. Stop it. If you think it's boring, go watch kickboxing. Isn't that what we say, Sky? Isn't that what we say?
Stop it.
Isn't that what we say?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Lies.
Answer's no. No.
Lies.
I don't.
But y'all not watching kickboxing either, because I guarantee you, y'all
Exactly.
didn't watch the ONE FC cards on Friday.
I do watch kickboxing.
You didn't watch the ONE FC card though, did you?
I did not watch the ONE FC
card.
Okay,
lies.
But I
lies
still
you
watch
tell.
kickboxing.
Why lies you tell?
Just because you miss one event doesn't mean that you don't watch something.
Casual. You're casual.
No.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I am all for grappling. I'm fine with people grappling. I'm fine with people wrestling. I keep saying that. The lay and prayers can go to PFL. They can go to fucking PFL and do that shit and get their points over there.
Paul Craig should go.
Yes, go over there. Go get your bread over there. Go lay on somebody over there. Leave us out of. Leave the UFC out of it. Like, There are certain organizations, we kind of talked about this with Bare Knuckle and Mike Perry. Like, there's certain organizations for certain styles and certain people. You don't have to be exciting. You don't have to have a personality. All you got to do is just win in PFL, and you can get your money and be happy over there. Like, but the UFC is looking for full packages, people who want to expand outside of that. And if you don't want to do that, go and make money with PFL and Bellator. Like, there are other there are other organizations that you can go and make money at.
Who has the full package?
Pause. You tell me.
Me, obviously. No. My reputation speaks for myself.
Hey, your boy Derek Lewis. Your boy Derek Lewis. His balls was hot. But what let's take a look at the St. Louis card. Derek Lewis is headlining it against Rogerio. Buckley was able to make it on the card. I don't know why he wanted to go up against your boy, Uzbekistan.
First human.
Hey.
Another one.
This card is, in my opinion,
I'm telling y'all, it's a sleeper, man.
No, listen.
On these cards.
I'm not hating on this one. I actually feel like this card is better than the pay-per-view, in my opinion. Like I'm looking at the names on here, I'm looking at the matchups, and I feel like this is better than the pay-per-view that just happened. Like, I'm excited to see all of these people up until shit. I mean, let's keep going.
They all fire.
Damn, they got your boy Terrence McKinney on the undercard.
Except for the first fight of the night. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited for all of these cards. They got your City Kickboxing Kevin Jousset on here. This fight between Charles Johnson and Jake Hadley is going to be a banger. Trey Waters, I remember seeing him on Dana White's Contender Series. He has a very interesting striking style, like the way he is. Like this, but this is going to be a good fight. They got your girl Baby Shark on here taking on Tisha. She just changed her last name to Pennington instead of Torres. But then we got Terrence McKinney on here, Chase Hooper. We got the Slava Claus. Like, this card is so much better than last week's on paper, name value wise.
Oh my God, I cannot wait for Sean Woodson's long ass to beat the brakes off of Alex Cochran.
This fight's gonna look crazy.
Alex can't stand his ass.
What do you mean you can't stand him? What did he do to you?
Well, Alex Caceres?
It's his face. I've never liked Alex Caceres.
You hate it.
Weird ass nigga.
You just hating.
Nah, he's a weird ass nigga.
Oh, but you're not.
No, he probably kinfolk to CJ. Weird ass nigga.
But you the one running around here with nail painting. You weird too. Just because bro got an afro, you don't like it? Because you running around here with the shiny top on top of your head? You mad because he got... You mad because he got hair. Is that why you mad?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Q Plies. You mad? Why you mad? You big man.
Fuck him up. I cannot wait.
This heavyweight fight right here ain't making it out the first round. This that big ass fucking Cuban dude.
This against fights in like 8 seconds. That's
Cuban versus the Dominican Republic.
Yes, and y'all know Waldo used to play baseball.
Yep.
Has a nasty arm, and he be throwing his fucking hooks like he's throwing a baseball. Like your boy, yeah. But he did get his legs kicked off. Remember when he got his legs kicked off against, who was that he was fighting?
No, he did that to Andre Arlovsky. Remember,
I thought he was in a fight.
And he started salsa dancing.
Oh, okay, I'm confusing him with another one.
He did against the
Sherman.
No. The one the bowling ball head boy.
Which one?
Right there, the third fight.
Oh, DeLima?
Yeah, that's who was like kicking him.
Okay. Oh, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a really good fight. Your boy Robles, he's making a quick turnaround.
Yeah. What card was he on?
Might have been 299 or 298. Let's see.
Something like that. Yeah.
He was in Miami.
Oh, so 299.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's making a quick turnaround. That's exciting. Diego Ferreira, has he fought since he killed Michael Johnson?
Oh.
No, this is his first fight since then.
Remembering all of that. That was nasty.
I will never forget that. That was terrifying.
When was that? What fight? When was that?
That was 2023 in May, so it's been a year.
Oh, it's been a year. Damn, man. Time be moving fast. That boy Michael Johnson's toes was like that. And he was small. And he was snoring. Ah, that
Yeah,
was all bad.
that was bad.
Got sleep.
Sleep.
Oh, one thing, like I was talking to somebody who was at UFC 300, and they said that like Justin was out for a minute against Max Holloway when he got knocked out. They said that he was out for a minute.
On the mat,
Yeah,
and they cut away. So
yeah, they cut away for a while. They was like, but Justin was out for a while. They was like, hey, what the fuck is going on? So, but anyways, let's get our picks for this main event.
Let's do the card.
All right, we going
top to bottom.
No, we're just gonna do the main card.
I mean, bottom. No, that's what I mean. But from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
I'm gonna go with the Cubans and Robelis.
I respect it. I'm going Robelis too.
I'm going Huba, little Havana. I want a Cubano.
Cubano. I'm gonna go. Oh, it's gonna be a weird fight. I'm gonna go Alex.
Stop playing.
Okay, Sky. Why do you say it's gonna be a weird fight? What do you feel?
Because of Sean Woodson's striking style. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's weird, he's tall, he's lanky, but Alex, you know, he has his traditional style that's also, like, really interesting. I think it's going to look weird, but I feel like Alex can pick him apart.
Wow.
I'm going to go Woodson, but I feel like this is going to be one of those weird fights where they're going to be fighting in the mirror and not a lot's going to be happening.
Agreed.
Where you leg kick, I jab, you jab type of thing, and it's gonna be one of those weird score type of fights. I say that now, and one of these niggas could get knocked out, but I'm gonna go Sean Woodson for right now.
I think it's gonna be a fucking sparring session.
Yeah, we do. I agree with that.
Like Alex versus Giga.
Giga's got a fight coming up soon too.
Yeah, against
Double A.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
a good fight.
Are they gonna be in
England?
That's tough. That's a good one. That's good.
That's gonna be a good fight. Like I said, I can see Sean Woodson winning this. Like I don't mind it. You know, Sean Woodson is Tayshaun Prince from the Prince.
That's definitely him.
That gotta be him or his brother. Like
that's his doppelganger.
Facts. As far as this fight, I'm not. Have I ever seen Mateus? I don't think so. I have.
I'm going Rebecca.
Let me see who he fought. Because I feel like I've seen his name before for sure.
Bro's hella strong.
Oh, he got Roberts the fuck up out of there just recently. Oh, I'm going Rebecca.
Oh, that's our boy too, huh? Roberts?
Yeah. I'm going Rebecca because I remember this fight and then I remember seeing his other fights. Yeah. But I wouldn't be mad if Diego got it done. What about you, Jace?
Jak się masz? Dobrze. Dziękuję.
All right, you're going Poland.
Yes, obviously y'all don't speak Polish. But for you Polish speakers out there, holla at me. I'm a cultured nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So you're Drake. Alonzo Mendenfield versus Carlos Uberg.
Go ahead, Jace.
This is Sky's man's.
How you know? My man.
That's your man.
That's how you act.
That's like if you had to go gain and straight save the world besides AI, you go to Carlos.
That man fine. He's one of the finest men on this roster, hands down.
Hey, I mean, he ain't me, but you know, he cool. Listen,
you're my brother. That's
I think that's going to be an interesting fight. I think someone's going to get banged out, and I'm going Alonzo.
Me too. I don't want to because I really like Carlos Uberg. I think he's good, but for the strength, I'm going Alonzo.
I'm switching. I'm going Alonzo because y'all know I never go against my guy, Saif Saud, and that's his fighter. So I'm going Alonzo. And I think that as Carlos starts to pick him apart, Alonzo is okay with wrestling, or at least attempting to wrestle. He's not just going to sit there and keep getting, picked apart on the outside. But
you know what?
Cardio iffy though.
I'm changing my pick. I don't want to be aligned with y'all motherfuckers. I'm going Carlos.
Fine, I'm going Carlos. You know how you always got that sibling, like, and they just be like following after you, whatever you do. You like, fine, I'm going over here. They're like, I'm going over there too. You like, take your ass over there. Get away from me.
Anywhere but here. Sky, you were that person. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. I was the baby. Yo, they used to play me, y'all. I used to want to play like the Sega. Back in the day we had Segas and shit. And I used to want to play, and at first they wouldn't let me, and then they got hip and would give me the controller and wouldn't
that's
plug it in.
Mando. That's mandatory.
Man. And then I got hip, and I would just start ripping out the controllers, and I would try to rip out the cartridge too. I was on demon time.
She was a terrorist.
I was like, y'all don't want to play with me? Can't nobody play.
Have y'all
I'm
ever
play
seen
or nobody
the
gonna
show
play.
Shameless?
Stop it.
I've been telling Sky this 100%. CJ, you ever watch the show Shameless?
Go watch it. It's on Netflix.
For the Shameless fans out there, Sky was growing up was fucking Carl. 100% was Carl. Weapons and all. Weapons and all. Stop playing. Did you or did you not would pick up weapons and try to harm me?
You specifically, yes. You were the only one.
Okay, so that's all I need was a yes.
And the reason why.
And by a weapon, I'm talking about an actual weapon, knife, screwdriver.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. My ass, nigga.
Allegedly. Listen. Okay? Jace is 7 years older than me, and he thought he was The Rock. And he was beating me and my cousin up. Okay?
I never beat y'all up. I did wrestling moves. I was a performer.
Imagine sitting there eating your cereal. Stunner, people's elbow. No, he was in there beating us up. And once listen, I'm a fighter. That's why for a second I thought I could take a minute. Just for a second.
Calm down, Carl. Calm down.
Let's go. Buckley versus Bob.
First human.
Ruzy Boev. Nerzelton Ruzy Boev.
You know what?
I'm going with the first human.
I am too.
I'm going Buck.
You're going Bucky?
Yeah, I'm going Buck.
Your boy's about to be on the new music video for Grind on Me.
Yeah.
He probably about to get humped around. Just hump around. Doing the Humpty dance.
It's okay, but Ruzy Boev is coming down to 170, so he might have a weird ass weight cut.
That's what I was saying. I didn't. I was like, wasn't he fighting at 185? You know what?
Bro,
but
6'5" or some shit.
Oh hell! Let me see. See, my problem
and
is
it's short
that
notice. I'm sorry, Sky. I didn't mean to cut you off. And it's short notice.
He is 6'5". Sheesh. Against Buckley?
He about to dry hump the shit out of that man.
But they got the same reach. Your man has T-Rex arms for real. 76-inch reach at 6'5". My God.
Buckley
That's
got
weird.
Them fucking orangutan arms.
That's weird as hell. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go Buckley because I underestimated Buckley last time. Who did he go up against that he won?
Luke,
yeah. And I thought that Luke, and I underestimated him. I'm gonna go Buckley. 6'5" at welterweight is crazy. Hey, if he wins this, he gotta fight Shavkat.
Well, I mean, Sean is 6 foot at 135.
He's not 6 foot. There's a picture of him and Max Holloway standing right next to each other. Max is like 2-3 inches taller than him.
Bullshit.
Facts.
Really?
I'm gonna send it to you. Yeah. Sean is like 5. He's barely taller than me. He might be like 2 to 3 inches taller than me.
Sean O'Malley?
Yes. He's not that tall.
How tall is Sean O'Malley?
It's gonna say that he's 5'9". He's not.
It says he's 5'11".
He's not. Max Holloway is 5'11", and make it make sense. Derek Lewis versus Rogerio.
Derek Lewis.
Rogerio. I'm done with Derek Lewis. He's over.
The problem is that Derek Lewis has fought, for the championship, has been close to fighting for the championship, and then now all of a sudden he started to lose to the competition that we wouldn't expect him to lose to, not the elite, right? And then he does that flying knee, gets your boy the fuck up out of here, and I'm gonna go Derek Lewis. I don't want to go against your boy, the Black Beast. Because every once in a while he'll just pull out some crazy shit.
I don't think he's ever pulled out in his life.
Yeah.
This dude shoots up the club and then pops a Xanax.
How you know?
We're friends on Instagram.
He's okay. Yeah, so that St. Louis card, let me see if it starts early or not. I believe
Oh
that it
yeah.
starts early. So we have 1 p.m. on Pacific time, the best time, and the main card starts at 4 p.m. Pacific. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Speaking about times, let's talk about this real fast. Again, we talk about how bad England's getting fucked over the Manchester card. We all know that Tom Aspinall is going to headline the card. Him doing a walkout at fucking 5:45 in the morning,
Oof.
brutal.
That's tough work, brother.
I think it's ridiculous. Straight up. It's absolutely ridiculous of them to do that to the London fans. Like, we can wake up early, y'all do it, but I guess London, the checks ain't cashing like
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, because like them cards, they make us get up early in the morning. They're like, hey, we don't give a fuck. Wake your
After
ass up.
after they did that first one that was like set up for our time, other than that, it's their time.
Yeah,
Their time, which is great for me. I love when they have the main card at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Me
I got the
too.
rest of my fucking day to do what I want to
Brother.
do.
yes,
Imagine just waking up at 6 o'clock. I'ma just turn the fights on and I'm turned up. Oh, I love that shit.
facts,
It's perfect
facts.
on the West Coast. I
It
love that.
is.
But so for me, I can speak about this and how brutal it is for all my years in Germany
I
of
respect it.
fucking getting up, watching the fight starting at like 1 in the morning, you know what I mean? And then praying, trying to hurry up and watch all the fights before I got to go to work, you know what I mean? Because in Germany, there depends on where you are, either 2 to 3 hours after England. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
again, just fucking brutal with the shit starting at 3 in the morning.
Literally, Jace would be like, call me when the main card starts, make sure that I'm awake. Like, there's been some main cards. He's like, God, I woke up. Don't tell me anything.
Don't tell me anything.
Or he'll just send me a text. Don't text me anything. Like,
That shit sucked, dude. That shit
That's tough.
sucked.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I mean? You
tough.
can't touch anything on your phone. When you go and buy the pay-per-view, you have to make sure it starts from the beginning and not mid. You know what I mean? Because it can
yeah.
just ruin your fucking day. All of a sudden, you see, the main eventer giving the victory speech, and you're just, oh my god, fuck me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, who do we think he's going to fight? Your boy, Tommy.
When is that fight supposed to happen? Or what?
That fight,
July.
July?
I'm getting the date right now. 303. No, it's supposed to be 304. Hold on. 304 is July 27th.
July.
Yeah, end of July. So they got some time. Because September. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just gonna give my prediction of who I think he's gonna fight.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I am pretty sure, like from what my sources are telling me, it's everyone's least favorite heavyweight, Curtis fucking Blades. Do I want him to fight Curtis Blades? No. Do I want him to fight Poatan? Abso-fucking-lutely.
I'm going to be really disappointed if they book him versus Curtis Blades again in London. That was the last fight that Tommy had with him, and his leg blew out. And, does it need to happen? Sure, but like as a pay-per-view main event? Stop. Don't do that. No, Leon. Because Leon and Bilal, I think the fans would be pissed off if they get Leon versus Bilal and then Tom versus Curtis. Like, hey, then the UFC definitely gonna do it. They don't care about pissing y'all off.
Who cares? Let's get it up. Hey, get these two blacks up off my card.
What about you,
But
CJ?
weren't they talking about some other people being on that card?
Who?
I think somebody made like a fake card. I was like, damn, that looked kind of okay for an England card. I think they had all the I think they had Patty fighting somebody.
Yeah.
Patty fighting OG.
Yeah.
Bobby Green.
OG Bobby Green.
We
The
need
card
that.
could be fire. But I think I'm
Probably
right
don't want that
with
fight.
you, Jace. It might be Curtis Blades. Because where's Curtis at right now? Like 3? Because it's John, Tom, Curtis, or Pavlovich.
Or, I know that y'all getting sick of seeing your boy fight for the title, but Cyril gone.
Oh yeah, him too. Him too.
Don't sleep on Cyril. The only reason
John
why I think
Tom,
it might not be
Cyril. Oh
Cyril.
goodness.
The only reason why I think it might not be Cyril is because I'm sure they had that Paris card beginning of September, like they've been doing the last couple of years, and obviously he would headline that. But I mean, I've been wanting to see Cyril versus Aspen for a long time.
That'd be
Aspinall for a
lit.
long
That'd
time.
be a fun ass fight.
I don't know. I think about now, like, is there anyone, like, I'm trying to, I'm sure there's other people, but right now I'm just thinking in my mind, like, what a quick fall from grace.
Cyril gone?
Yeah. From being that dude, the heir apparent, the oh my God, to now just like, who? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still like him. I still like
Yeah.
him. I'm still hyped about him. I still think that he can be undisputed champion.
Still hyped about him?
I am.
Ooh.
I know he lost to John Jones. It was a quick
He didn't
event.
lose. He didn't lose.
Did he get dominated, Jace?
He got dominated.
But what? Hold on. Before we go, what happened in his last fight though?
He got dominated.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. KO TKO Spivak.
Cyril gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got Spivak the fuck up out of there.
Oh, you fucking canceled
In the
him.
second
Podcast,
round.
you don't- Come on.
Yes,
man.
yes, God
And
forbid,
he
you
whooped
never
on him.
forgot.
He did.
He
In the
whooped
second
on
round.
him.
Got him the fuck up out of there.
So that's the thing that's interesting. He's good, but I feel like he don't have that dog in him that he really like. Didn't you say that last
He's
week?
French.
Like,
What do you expect?
oh, like BSD though, right?
Hey.
That's French lesion. It's
Hey,
different.
Sky.
Yeah. he walked you right into that and was like, hey, he hit you with the... Oh, man.
Give CJ 1 point. That was actually good. Can't say that very often about you.
One thing that we do need to talk about, your boy John Jones, he got some Twitter fingers. They're going crazy. He asked the people, y'all want to see him against Tommy or y'all want to see him against Alex Pereira? What do y'all want?
CJ?
The thing is crazy. I don't think he's gonna fight no time soon. I don't think he's gonna get a fight no time soon. The way his antics are going, but probably Tom.
Okay.
Probably Tom.
Sky?
I am like, take my money. I want to see him against Alex. I ain't even gonna lie, cause it's the what if. It's the idea for me.
That's light work.
I know that John Jones on paper wins this fight. I would go for John Jones, but for the story of Alex, this demon that got summoned by Alex Pereira, by Israel Adesanya, who comes up, beats Izzy, then becomes a 2-time champion, and then coming up to potentially be a 3-time champion. If he were to become a 3-time champion and beat the GOAT, John Jones, that story is fucking insane. One of the greatest storylines like in combat history, that would be, in my opinion. Now, will it happen? I don't think so.
Let that happen though. This on some hater shit. We can't let it.
Damn.
He can't keep getting away with this.
No,
getting away.
Hater.
Because then it's like, bro, you're over here fighting old ass John Jones and all.
Oh no!
Get out of here!
Wow.
We can't make John Jones old.
Yeah,
they both old. They both old. Let me see how old John Jones is.
Yeah, but
Alex
UFC
old.
5
years old.
No, he's older than that.
Or 36.
John Jones is 36. His birthday's July 19th, so he'll be 37 by the time he fights again. And then
John ain't fighting again though.
and Alex is 36. His birthday is 2 weeks before John's, so they'll both be 37 if they were to fight each other sometime in the future.
Yeah. But the UFC 37 and kickboxing and shit 37 is not.
But John's taking 3-year gaps, 2-year gaps. He ain't got that much miles.
That might be a problem too, though. Just be like, he's not active enough. Bro over here looking like me, thickums. Like,
yeah, boy,
that motherfucker ain't ready to fight.
Him and DC, they've been eating at the same buffet.
Your boy DC is thick.
I just would love that. It would be insane. 9 times out of 10, John Jones beats him, wrestles him, gets him the fuck up out of there, right? But could you imagine him hitting those little bitty calves? kicking John Jones' little bitty baby calves, and then hitting them with a nasty left hook. Could you imagine John Jones being knocked the fuck out by Alex, and he's a 3-time I mean, that would just be. Would you guys consider him the GOAT? Let's live in this fantasy world. I just want to know.
It's not even a question at that point. It's literally not a question. A 3-divisional champion in the UFC. It's not a question. And going through the who's who, including John Jones, who for some strange reason people want to proclaim as GOAT. No, that's fucking crazy, dude. Crazy.
What about you, CJ?
He is not my GOAT.
If he beats John Jones at heavyweight, he's not your GOAT.
No.
How did you make an argument against it?
Because he didn't beat a Prime Jones.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Take your ball and go home.
You think this is the best Jones that you've seen?
We don't know who the fuck Jones this is.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. It's still John Boney.
It does matter.
Jones.
It does matter.
Stop it.
It does matter.
That's
wild.
My
God. Well, y'all know I'm always gonna be on the Bless Express. That's gonna be my GOAT to the day I die. It doesn't even matter. But what objectively, I can understand John Jones as the GOAT. I can understand Demetrius Johnson as the GOAT. I can understand. I don't know about GSP, but I know y'all put him up there, so I put him there, GSP. Right? So 100%
GSP.
That's your objective GOAT, Jace?
No, I'm saying like he can be considered. My objective GOAT is Fedor Emelianenko.
Okay.
Yeah, he got to
Secondly,
America and started getting whooped on.
Yeah, well, as you said, he wasn't in his prime.
Dan Henderson knocked him out.
He wasn't in his prime.
Hold on, let's talk about Dan Henderson knocking him out.
Sure, he still wasn't in his prime.
Was Dan Henderson in his prime?
One
yes.
time.
No, he wasn't. Dan Henderson is older than him. What are you talking about?
In his prime.
Dan Henderson is older than him.
He was in his prime.
And Dan Henderson's a 185er. Right in the heavyweight. Put his ass to sleep.
I mean, if you want to call Fedor a heavyweight at best, I mean, your boy, walked around at like fucking 220s a cruiserweight.
Hey, what about when Bigfoot put them beats on him?
Again, like you
said. What about when
not in his prime?
Something when he came to the States,
Not in his prime. That's what you said. Those are your words, not mine. Wasn't in his prime.
He wasn't in his prime.
It doesn't matter. No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
No,
that's your opinion, and this is mine.
Not. He was not.
This your opinion.
He
That's
was not
mine.
in his prime. He was not in his
prime.
prime.
So he let a older, smaller Dan Henderson knock him out.
He wasn't in his prime. And as you just stated earlier, there are differences between years where he was involved in those wars that Dan Henderson was not.
Come on now. Dan Henderson wasn't in wars?
No, he had a few tough fights. He wasn't in wars.
Come on now.
He wasn't fighting guys that were 60 pounds heavier than him.
Now you just want to make excuses just to make excuses.
That's not excuses. Those are facts. That's what you said.
Dan Henderson?
Dan Henderson.
Come on now.
Sorry, you can't be involved in this conversation, guys, before your time.
This is what I love about this podcast. That obviously we're all on, is the fact that we have this range of expertise here. We have the newer MMA fan and myself and Damien, and then we have CJ and Jace who have been watching for years and years and years, right? And that's why it's important to have that different range because, I can't join in on this conversation authentically. I can look at the records, but once again, we always go back to you have to be there, live through certain moments to fully appreciate them for what they are at that moment. I think it would be phenomenal if Alex was able to get that fight. And I think it's hilarious that, I don't know why Dana White won't accept the fact that, we do not want to see Stipe versus Jones.
No.
At all.
Why are they still trying to do that? What has Stipe been doing?
I don't understand. I've never in my life, why are you trying to force this down our throats? Fast forward.
Pause and rewind.
Low-key, your boy Dana is forcefully intercoursing the MMA community.
You're going to take it and you're going to like it.
You're going to take it and you're going to like it. That's what's happening. I don't know what's going on, but stop. Means no.
Honestly, I actually agree with you, Sky, which is weird to say. Like, I don't know why they keep trying to force feed us this, that like the fans, the blogs, like they're not really into it, right?
No one.
They weren't really super into it when it first got announced. They're definitely not into it now, especially now because yes, the heavyweight was so stagnant, for a while, but now like we want to see Tom. We love flirting with this idea of Pereira going up to heavyweight. Like that's just crazy. Listen, there's not a discussion. If he beats either John Jones, even Tom Aspinall, if he becomes a heavyweight champion, he is the MMA GOAT. He's already in the conversation. He's a fairy tale. He's a superhero. He's Poeton.
My biggest thing about this that's like I'm so conflicted with is I keep thinking to myself, like, why do I have like this hesitation, even if he were to win, to give him the GOAT status? Because there's something in my head that says he hasn't done enough. And then it gets me to thinking like, well, what is enough? And how are we really ranking and putting people at like GOAT statuses? Like all of us obviously have our, opinions and about, what path somebody needs to take. But I think that's just an interesting question. Just like for me first, just even to ask myself is just like what are the criteria for a fucking GOAT?
It's elusive. And it's always evolving and always changing.
And subjective.
And
I agree with that.
Extremely subjective.
Yep.
Which makes
what you believe in more? Resumes? Is it the championship belts? Is defending the belt multiple times?
Who you defended it against?
Fight win streak? Like
the fashion that you do it in?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to it.
And is it because like in my head I just keep thinking like, and I sound like Anthony Smith, so
Ew.
I know y'all gonna hate me. But like, if he were to do that, I'd still, my mind would be like, man, but his skill set, like I just don't, because it's not a complete quote unquote skill set. I'd be like, so there's greater fighters, i.e. Demetrius Johnson, you know what I mean, out there who have like that full package, even Volkanovski having like that full overall, like he's not like a striker or a wrestler, he's like a combination of both. Kamaru Usman, so I think that like I'm trying to put people who are quote unquote GOATs and I'm like mixing them with like their skill set. Like what does that skill set need to look like? And I think I need to like rearrange that of being like, hey, if you could be that striker that's running through the division and getting to that point, like you don't have to have that full package skill set, quote unquote, in order to fit that GOAT status.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for finally having a little bit of maturity. We appreciate you.
Who is this? Who are you?
I'm that nigga. What you mean? I'm that nigga.
All right, before we go, did y'all watch Canelo fight?
No.
Yes.
I watched both at the same time. So, what you think,
At
Jay?
the same damn time. See, you
wasn't.
talking about me at the same time. Come on, man. Stop playing. Listen, your boy, you know what I mean? Like you talked about earlier, he lost the fight, but he gained fans. Canelo is looking a little slower.
A little slower.
He ain't looking like that. Listen, he better not sign up to fight. Your boy,
Benavidez.
Yeah, don't take that fight.
Hey, in the words of Brendan Schwab. Sean, God, why can't I say
Schwab? Fuck his name.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Career suicide.
Career suicide, because that's a young, hungry lion. And shout out to Canelo, because he kind of hit him with the Habib where he could have finished him. He held him up. I watched it like 13 times. He held him up.
What do you guys think about Garcia? Or no, CJ, I'm sorry. How did you feel about the fight?
Yeah, sorry.
It was a good fight, but I was watching more of the UFC fight, and I was just glancing over to the Canelo fight. Like Jay said, he's looking a little bit slower. And what's his name? Munguia. He fought well, but you just know Canelo's a crafty vet. He can take shots. He beat him in the inside pause. Yo, that's crazy. He outboxed him a little bit, just being a crafty vet. So, it was fun.
If you guys don't know, Ryan Garcia popped his sample A pop for, what's it called? Ostarine or something like that. PED. Ostarine, something like that. Same thing Sean O'Malley popped for. Same thing your boy Brian Ortega popped for. and some other fighters. He's saying that it's not true, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how PEDs work and all the rest of that, but it only showed up on his test before and the test after. And then from what I'm reading online and stuff, that would not have been a performance enhancing substance to take the day before your
During the
fight. Yeah. It would have been something you needed to take like throughout your fight camp in order for it to be performance enhancing. That's what the streets is saying. How do y'all feel about this?
I don't know how the drugs work like that. But when it came out that he was popping for it, I was like, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I didn't put no two thoughts about it. What's your feelings about it, Jace?
Y'all know me. I fuck with Ron Garcia heavy. I even going into the Tank fight. All know I was Team Garcia all day.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm not afraid to stand
that was
on
a while
business.
ago too. Man.
Yeah, and take my L's. That was my fault. 100%. Like your boy DC said, when they were talking about picograms, I've never popped for anything, so I don't know. Can't be me. So I'm disappointed. And I am into the belief that if you pop, it doesn't matter what happened in the fight. It's thrown away in the trash. It needs to get reversed to either a win for Haney or at the very least a no contest.
No contest.
Yep. Especially if again, I've never heard of someone A sample coming in their B sample being anything fucking different.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's disappointing.
But if it's found to be a tainted substance, do you change your mind?
100%.
Okay.
100%. Which it is found. Well, I don't want to say because the official bodies haven't came out yet to say it. All right now, still speculative. This is America. Innocent until proven guilty.
And of course, it's the number one trending topic that's going on right now. Before we wrap it up, who do you guys currently have winning? In Freaky boy.
2024 Raw Dog Randoms.
Shout out to Brandon Royval. Who do y'all currently have winning between Drake and Kendrick?
CJ?
I really don't have no thoughts. I've listened to him. I think I'm just in my old guy era. I really don't care. Them niggas is too rich for me to give a fuck about it. Cause I'm just like, bro, y'all doing all these, man, go fight each other. If y'all that mad, go fight each other, bro.
Drake will beat the shit out of Kendrick. Kendrick is like 5'0", 87 pounds, out there looking like Bow Wow.
Oh my God! Why you do him like that? Bow Wow might have more hits than Kendrick. Hey, yo, let me pull. Hey, I ain't gonna do this podcast, but I am gonna Google that because I do want to see. Because your boy Bow, like y'all might hate on him now, but like back in the day, he was that dude.
Bow Wow was that guy, man.
Shit. He was that dude.
Show those legends love.
Yeah, for sure. But with that being said,
hold on. Before we do go, can we give a RIP to Francis's son?
Yes.
That happened this past week too. Yeah, I didn't want to slide by without showing little man some love.
Yeah, that's absolutely heartbreaking.
Did they ever say what it was?
No,
I don't know.
Not that I seen.
Yeah, 15-month-old, and you know, Francis threw the bag at it. So I don't know. I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah. Terrible. Listen, yeah, it's just terrible. Shout out to him.
I didn't want to bring the pod down, but it was just like, we MMA, Francis fight MMA, just send him his love, his prayers, and all of that. Because to me, we were talking about it on my live. I was like, for me, man, I hold being a parent like hella high, and I just couldn't fathom them. I know y'all new parents too, and it be hitting different. No matter if you got $1 million or $1, you don't never want to see that happen.
Yeah, absolutely
your child,
not. Absolutely not. Like I be looking at the babies and I'm just like, oh my God, like that would just be devastating.
See now, Sky. So you remember when I told you when I be in the car and I be driving, I just get sensitive out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You be like, yes, it hit
Yeah.
different, man. So kids, it changed a lot in your life, man. So if you got them, cherish them.
Yeah, and just want to, all the best to Francis, his family, and everybody that's involved.
That's fair.
But hopefully this weekend will be a good weekend. Like on paper, it looks like it's gonna be a banger.com. Oh, before we go, real quick, let's get how our level of excitement real quick, and then we'll get up out of here. I'm gonna go with a solid. Actually, I'm quite excited for this card that I haven't seen it. I'm gonna go with a solid 8.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I'm at 7 again.
Okay.
I just don't understand. Like, okay, like so if this is an 8, what was $2.99 for you?
We didn't ask then, but on paper, $2.99 was like a solid 9.5 for me. I was excited for $2.99.
It's a 1.5 difference from tonight to
1.5.
Good God! Oh,
hey,
shit.
not every assignment be ranked. Not every grade is the same on the assignment.
Yeah.
I get it, but if you're saying like something is like a 7 or an 8, like that holds a standard, that holds a bar.
Hey, one might be a 5 test question, and one might be a big ass project. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm excited for this fight.
In school.
Like I said, I'm excited for every fight on here except for the opening fight, JJ Aldridge versus Veronica Hardy. Like, aside from that, I'm excited for everybody else on this fight. Like, and I'm still gonna watch the whole fight card.
Yeah. My excitement level for this card is a 6.2.
Okay, that's better than I thought you was gonna say.
That's respectable.
Yeah, no. Listen, on paper,
I thought
he's
gonna be crazy. 2.5 type shit.
Right. But either way, whatever happens during the fight card, we will be back next week, Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Pacific time. We are out. Peace.